Hello guys, welcome to my channel Tech Bulletin Prime. I am Rajnikant and today's video we're gonna see how we can post messages to Kafka server and how we can read those messages from the Kafka server using Spring Boot, right? So if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get all the notification, right? So let's begin it quickly. So if you have not installed Kafka in your local system, please do install that Kafka server, and then we can go for producer and consumer programs, right? So already I have made a video how to install that Kafka server in your local system. So I will give that link in the description section, and you can refer that one, right? So after installing Kafka server in your local system, then we can go for writing some producer program which will produce the messages to Kafka server, right? So it will push the messages to Kafka server. So then how that producer will get to know that which topic and which server I need to post those things. So to this producer we need to give the topic details and Kafka server details, right? So exactly like this for the consumer also, we need to give the topic details and Kafka server details, right? So that it will get to know that from which server I need to read and from which topic I need to read those messages, right? So this is the bare minimum things. Then we'll write the coding for Kafka Producer. We'll write the coding for Kafka Consumer. Then we'll write some REST controllers where we need to hit the REST controller, and from there we'll get the messages and we'll push through the Kafka Producer, right? So let's directly jump into the coding. So already I have opened Spring tool suite. So we'll create a starter project, right? Spring Boot starter project. So let me go to project. So here Spring Boot starter project. Let's go. So type Maven project and Java version is 8 based on your in your system whatever you have installed. Based on that you can choose 8, 11, 15, whatever. Group ID, this would be unique identification ID, artifact ID and name should be same. Version, description, this is already there. Spring Boot Kafka Producer Consumer example. Okay, then base package com.tvp.kafka, this is the package. Let me hit next. So what are the dependencies we need to choose? We'll write some REST controllers. So let me take Spring Web, and here we are using Spring Kafka. So let's go for Spring Apache Kafka. These two dependencies is enough. Okay, then we'll finish. It will take some time to generate that application. Okay, it's already got generated. Let's go and see. Yeah, this is the main application or main class. So here first we'll write some producers, right? So let me create a package for producer com.tbb.kafka.producer producer. Then let's create a package for consumer as well. Package dot consumer, consumer consumer. Then we write some controllers as well. So let me create a package for controller as well. Dot controller, controller. So here we go. So all the packages we have created. Then let's start from producer. So producer, let me create a class for this one. Kafka message producer, producer. Okay, so this is the class Kafka message producer. So let's finish. Let's annotate this class with @component, which is a stereotype annotation. So this will make this class as a bin in that IOC container. Okay, so here here what we need, some template, right, which will send that messages to Kafka, right? So Spring already provided a predefined template which is known as Kafka template. So Kafka template. So we no need to create these objects if we have placed that dependencies, Kafka dependencies. So Spring Boot is intelligent enough that it will create all those required objects for us, right? So we no need to bother about those things. Just we need to give the configuration things, right? So if you have aware Spring JDBC, sorry, not Spring JDBC, right? Spring JDBC, that JDBC template is there, right? So exactly like this, it's a Kafka template. So this template, a Kafka template, what exactly that Spring is doing? So it's providing a abstraction layer, right? It's providing a wrapper on top of Kafka's base producer, right? So in the core producer, Spring Boot provided a, I mean Spring Boot provide an abstraction, right, which is known as Kafka template. So here we have done, and this beans or these objects will be created by IOC container, right? So directly we can auto void that one, right? So here Kafka template we got. So for this Kafka template, we need what we need to provide. We need to give that address and topic, right? So address part we will configure in application.properties, and topic will give it here while sending. So let me create a method where we'll send that messages, send message, right? Your convenient, whatever that method name you want, you can give it here, and here we'll give string message. Okay, so on top of Kafka template, different methods, different kind of variant methods are there. So send, you can see overloaded methods are there. So we can use, which one you will use? This one you'll use. Sorry, not send default, we'll use send. So here we'll use send topic, and data will use. So data messages already there, and topic will read it from application.properties, right? So let me take it here, one attribute string topic, and we'll read it from properties file. Okay, so directly we can hard code the topic as well here, but it's better we'll read it from application.properties, right? So here we'll provide some expression by which we'll read it from application.properties file, right? So let me take that name as a Kafka dot topic, right? So with this name Kafka dot topic in application.properties, we'll assign that topic, right? So here we'll go, and this one, and topic is already there, right? So why it's crying? Okay, semicolon we have missed, right? Okay, done. So now let's declare those topics and Kafka details, Kafka server details in application.properties file, right? So let me go to this properties file, and let me copy this one first. Okay, so I have copied. So here first we'll declare that spring dot Kafka dot bootstrap servers, right? So this indicates both for producer and consumer same bootstrap server, right? But if you have different servers, right, different server means for producing different server is there, and for consuming different server means while sending or pushing you are sending those messages to one server, and while listening you are listening from different servers, right? If that requirement is there, you can specify for producer different bootstrap servers and for consumer different bootstrap servers in application.properties. But here we have one server, we are listening from one same server, and we are producing or pushing to same server. So let me take that server details. This is localhost 9092. So this is the default port for Kafka server for local installation, and this Kafka topic, right? So already I have created a topic in my Kafka server. So already uh, I have, this is that quick events, this is the topic name, right? So let's configure this topic here. Yeah, so with this one we have done for producer program. Let's write some consumer program, right? Let's do it quickly. Class Kafka event listener. Let me take this class as a Kafka event listener. listener. So let's let's annotate this one with component. Okay, here we go. So in Kafka listener, we'll write some method public void listen, right? And here we'll receive as a message message. So this is spring message message, right? Spring message, and here we'll receive message, right? So done. And this one will annotate with @Kafka listener, and here we can give that topic, topic topics, right? So this topic will read from properties file, right? So here I'm giving that. So let me go to this properties file, this Kafka topic, right? And here we'll give this topic which will read from properties file, right? So here we no need to do anything. I mean, we can from here we can extract this message and we can store into DB as well. But as we don't have sufficient time, if I'll do that one, it will, this video will be lengthy. So here mm, main logic, whatever the logic you want to do. But what I will do here, I will do a print statement to check are we receiving those messages or not, right? So messages dot get payload, this is a string will get, so string payload, right? And here we'll print that payload, system dot out dot println. Where is println? Okay, here we go. Provide that one semicolon. We have done. Let me give a debug point here. We'll run in debug mode, right? So yeah, both the things we have done, producer and consumer, both the things we have done. Let's write some controllers so that we'll hit the request. I mean, we'll hit that URL, and from there that processing will start, right? So let me, already controller package we have created, right? So let's create here a class Kafka controller. Kafka controllers, it's done. Let's annotate with this one @REST controller, and let's take a method for this one, pub public string, sorry, post message, and here we'll receive that payload. So we'll receive as a string only message, and we'll annotate here @request body, @request body. Okay, so here we have done. and here will return messages got published, message published. Okay, this is some dummy message, that's fine, right? So and we'll annotate this one at the red post mapping, right? And here we'll give that URL, we'll give that URL push message push message, right? So from this controller we'll push the message, right? So this consumer is there, right? Where is this consumer or producer? Sorry, producer. So this producer we can auto wide to our controller, right? So where is controller? Here, and here we'll take this attribute. Okay, we'll take this attribute and we'll auto wire, right? This is already a bin, right? So we can auto wire here. Control Shift O, it will import that class. So it's imported. Let's on top of this object we can call send message, right? Send message, and we can pass this message, right? Yes, entire thing we have done. So we'll quickly start running that application. So I will run it in the debug mode so that we'll see that flow, right? Already done. So before that one, let me start that Kafka server, right? So we'll go to that Kafka folder. So this is that my Kafka installation is there, software and Kafka. And from here we need to run Kafka server, right? So before running that server, first we need to start Zookeeper server. First we need to run Zookeeper, right? Without Zookeeper, we cannot run Kafka server. So first we need to run this Zookeeper. Let's go to this one and let me open the command prompt and let's hit this one. Yeah, Zookeeper is started. So now let me run Kafka server. So this is that properties, I mean this is that command we need to run. So already we have run the Zookeeper. Now let's run Kafka server. Again here we'll run cmd command line and let me paste this one, right? So yes, Kafka server also it's going to start. Yeah, Kafka server. So both Zookeeper and Kafka server got started. Now let's run our program as a in debug mode, right? So let's right click here and debug as Spring Boot application. Okay, it will give me some error. So consumer group I have not set up. Okay, that consumer group I have group ID, right? That one I forgot. So let me quickly do that one as well. So here we need to provide consumer ID Kafka dot consumer group, sorry, Kafka dot spring dot Kafka dot consumer group ID. Consumer group ID, this one is required. So anything you can give here. So those consumer it will group. Let me clear it here. Anything we are missing? No. Yes, we can give here server dot port as well. Server dot port. So let me give this one 9090. Yeah, we have done everything. So now let's run it again in debug mode only. Debug. Yeah, so you can see it started. Okay, so everything is done. Okay, so now let's start. Now let's hit that endpoint, right? It's the 9090. And in the controller, what is that URL I have given? Let me check. Okay, post push message, right? It's 9090 push message. So let me create a post message here, localhost. So let's take 9090 and this message. So any message we can send raw and it says JSON, right? So let me create some dummy data here. So name, and we'll put some address, right? And address, will give my address. Okay, so now let's hit that send button. So okay, so here we have given that. Let me check it here. Let's put a debug pointer here as well. So we'll check message is sending properly, right? Yeah, the debug pointer is coming here. So you can see here that messages is coming, right? That message is coming. And let's do F6, right? So again F6, message got produced. It should be, we'll do F8. So messages got produced. You can see here in the listener that debug point came, and in the message also we are getting payload, right? You can check here. Let me clear that console so that we can better check in that console after reading that one. So you can see, right, Kafka listener, this is the listener. So after producing that message directly, it is listening from that topic, right? Let me hit enter F6. So you can check it here, right? We have done a system.out.println. So we are getting that messages as well. Let me give here F8. Yeah. So this is that entire program for posting a messages to Kafka queue and reading that messages from that Kafka queue. So this is basic example using properties file. And if you are looking for a Java configuration based file where we'll explicitly create those listeners, sorry, explicitly will create those Kafka template, and explicitly will provide those configuration to Kafka listeners. So those stuffs I will create a separate video for that one. So this is basics using properties file, right? So hope this video will be helpful to people. If it is really helpful, please subscribe my channel, and I will appreciate you if you provide some comments in comment section. So thank you for watching.